This is the 11th episode of this ever-changing world of Tezalovic. Well, map of Europe, that is. I don't know why I said world of Tezalovic, referring to our world, the Bosnian world, this part of the world. Yeah, the situation just keeps on changing. The old shield maiden Queen Liliana has passed, and now it's ruled by the young king Branimir the Short-Tempered, which I'm not sure how he got his nickname, but here's this one thing I've noticed. Just let me find a facial hair that is suited, because if you look at him now, that's the reason why I chose this one. I'm sure some of you would be reminded of, I don't know, some other, ruler that you know of from another strategy game. I mean, he does kind of look a bit like that, but I'll leave you up to think about it. For those who play strategy games for a living, you probably know who I'm talking about. Already got my children. Build a war chest and get a council together. Yeah, you know what? I'll have you there. Oh boy, got some real hostile people here. It's only because of uncouth, ambitious, well, that's you, ambitious, broken nail. The last living daughter of Vladislav. Now just stay here and scheme, because I do not want to be assassinated this early. And in case if I do, I know who to put my vote on. But wait. Where is Vladislav? You've been in here for 14 years. Largely for most of Liliana's reign, I assume. You are hereby released. I'm going to put my vote on you. Where are you? There you are. Only because you got some good skills. Much like your grandfather. I mean, you got high skill and pretty high intrigue. Maybe you are like him. So that's why I'm putting my vote for you rather than my children. I just want to make the electors happy. When I say electors, I don't mean just this one guy down in Umotski, but Serbia will be coming to Bosnia. And a reason for that is I do not want them to fall in the sway of Orthodox Christianity like Croatia has. Which I still have his wife in prison. Well, that was Liliana. That put her in the prison. That's all vanished. How much is that? Well, we can release the rest. Just hang on. What I mean is, rent someone for gold, and those who don't are gonna be sacrificed to the ancestors. And my focus for once shall be a little different. I'm going for scholarship, which means I can, well, worship ancestors first, then build an observatory. See. I think we pretty much got that taken care of. Just wait a few. I could strive to become better, or I can be satisfied with who I am and what I have. Tell you what, I will never be satisfied. I deserve good things, and I will work to get them. I've gained the ambitious trait. Yep, you are starting to become a lot better. Get rid of the slothful, and you will definitely become who you say you are. Level-headed king. One more. Alright, one of you girls is going to be sacrificed. Guide my sword in battle and let me conquer my enemies, because the first few years will be about war. May this soul serve you well in the afterlife. And I'm gonna do it just like with my mother. It's gonna be Morana. Share your secrets with me and I shall keep them. That's right, Morana, the goddess of death and rebirth. You probably know about her in the previous episodes when Liliana was queen. Now let us build an observatory. Where am I in this society? Ooh, almost leveled up. How about that? I do have the money to wage war, a long war at that. We don't have the full strength, but we shouldn't worry. I was about to say, what is Serbia up to? Oh, you are trying to save a fledgling kingdom of Epirus, which now Demetrius had an Orthodox uprising and they've liberated themselves. And now they're about to lose more territory. Because there will be an exodus of these Greeks of the Slavic faith, which I've been calling them Greco-Serbian, because they were Serbian before they were Hellenized. That reminds me, since I have no fondness, I'm not fond of Croatia being Orthodox, I'm going to antagonize the king. While meanwhile, I will wait for... How much is it, by the way? 20, but you have to wait a year. Tell you what, we'll do it and quickly train troops in our capital. Because there's a good chance I want to go to war against Serbia, subjugate them, make sure they do not go to Orthodoxy, and then we'll do something about Croatia. You could say that tributary nonsense that my mother did was meant for nothing. So what is this? Because I just noticed that's a different kingdom symbol. What kingdom is that? Oh my god. Oh, that's one of the newer kingdoms. Yeah. That's one of the newer kingdoms. I thought it was just Italy in them. That would mean they would have a de jure claim on Rome itself if they wanted to. I'll become a veteran. My privilege. Oh yeah, we did lose a bit of troop numbers, but we'll start next year. We'll go to war against Serbia to subjugate. And our tribal vassal... No, excuse me, the tribal holding in Zadar is done. Now, the barony can have a new vassal, but I may want to wait. I may want to hold on to that. Oh yeah, we got enough. Prestige is no problem. What's going on up there? Vault League Independence War. And you're winning it, damn it. I was hoping these independent Carintanians will be I think I see her different than most people would do. You think she would live up to, you know, the heirs of Bosnia. My observatory is finally ready. It is great anticipation. I prepare to make my first observations. Wonder what strange things I will discover. Again, I don't want to be no dull, lazy guy. Rumors are that the great spoils are waiting behind the walls of the village. Ah, yes, the Prince Archbishop lives there. Alright. Say no more. We could have a little bit of money to finance our future campaigns against Serbia and Croatia. No time to lose. 837 will be that year that we'll fight against Serbia. Then we'll do something about the Croats. Just the fact that they're Orthodox just makes me question the mindset. We don't have much commanders because some of them are members of the council, which will do something about that. Yeah, we may have to shop for some commanders in the future. Foreign ones, not here locally. Again, land held by the Prince Archbishop with no church. It's kind of too late now. They've probably already beaten them by then. Yep. Get the money. 25 gold. Well, to be fair, it's tribal land. There's no longer any Croats that live in this area. It's all Greek now. Because of that Prince Bishop. Prince Archbishop, to be more specific. This Valdis. Ah, Lithuanian. We have an awful lot of Lithuanians living in Bosnia. It's my cousin who doesn't like me very much, and yet he says that he's got a great idea for a monument. Something to raise our cultural standards and make the people notice what a great ruler I am. It would require some gold and my patience. It would take a year to complete. Oh yeah, all that loot money. Here you go. He's making something out of it. He's making a monument from that looted money. So now get back home. Disassemble. Get back to Bosnia. I spent many nights looking at the stars in my observatory. It is truly fascinating. There are so many questions to ask. How do the stars move? That's what I want to know. Any known plots? None of them toward me. Finally, the monument is finished. Not the monument for my steward. It's from last year. It turned out just as I envisioned, or perhaps even better. To celebrate its completion, a grand ceremony was held in Morana's honor. What a ceremony indeed. Tales will be told as long as the monument stands over Bosnia. Never has Bosnia had seen such a display of greatness. A large amount of piety. One would think, you think after those wars and we start raiding feudal territories such as Raugia and the neighboring Bulgar land, and down there to the lesser extent, and that maybe we should spend our money on building Bosnia's great pillar. Serbia has one of its own, and don't know if it's still there. Can't tell, but we can have one in our capital. And we don't know if it'll still be there by the time we... He has no air. at least it's still Slavic pagan. So let's not waste any more time, because we do not want them to... We do not want them to fall into Orthodoxy. It's my only time that I get to use the subjugation. Which now we conquered this part of Serbia, but also their vassals from up there, all across the Danube. By the way, the amount of troops I have, plus the best troops, well, they have 2,000, but they could call up 2,000 more. Very well. How much is the composer book? Oh, 50. Actually, I do want a composer book. We couldn't from our last ruler because too dull. This time not. So for once, despite my martial training, now I want to chronicle my family history. Glory to the house of Tezalovic. I choose a theme not relating to any particular attribute. Peculiar. Hopefully I write something about Vladislav. And speaking of Vladislav, they're calling in. Is anyone else voting? I mean, that's my cousin, and why the other cousin? What gives you? You like this man just because he's a charmer, he's virtuous, skilled, commander, soldier, prestigious, and in his prime. How old is he? 36. And my cousin is 34. About the same. But you don't like my candidates because paranoid, infamous. I do not trust the judgment of the ruler. Infamous. Well, he is the Marshal of Imutsky. He holds a lot of claims on these towns, including Bosnia, which is the reason why I'm voting for him. And egads, he's not married. One would think I'd arrange it, but no, there are other important matters right now. I'm happy with my own family. Well, mostly happy. She doesn't like me because... unfaithful lecher. I don't know what Branimir did before he was king. He doesn't have any lovers, does he? Well, one friend, who is a queen. Maybe it's one of those events that's like, hey, let's make a new friend in the Warrior Lodge, and it says, you know, there's more than just friends, you know, as in like secretly had a crush. Or this seduction may have been, but she doesn't have any lovers. Who knows? He didn't commit adultery, I can tell you that. And one rival, of course, everyone's favorite, Zdenka Poisontooth, who is married to a Lithuanian elder. She's suffering from the gout. I didn't know he had a rival, unless I already knew, then I don't remember. It's my sister-in-law. And the other. Wish I could invite them to the court, or yes, I can't. False religion. That's kind of funny what I just said. Yes, I... Screech, can't. Hold on, what? In case if she dies, then... Okay, I actually do want to invite her in. When my, aunt dies, you could be the next diviner. Yeah, that's right. Or as we get together an army, I've invited a few commanders over. Invited a few commanders. What I mean is a few people with a high martial skill. I just need 2 of them for our flanks. See, who can we replace? Lost a lot of good ones. We have Trian, who is of a Bodpa origin, which he is a member of the Sentinels of Light warrior lodge of the Boon faith. The man from Tibet. He may not like me because religious differences, foreigner, the obvious reasons, But look, it's got a march skill of 46. Although he is craven, but he's a duelist, so maybe in a field of battle we can get rid of that. Showmaiden is too old to be out on the front. Now we have Nico, the Serbian, who is quick-minded. See, this is the kind of talent we want. So we have the Tibetan and the Serb and the Bosnian king in the center. Wherever their army went, they're probably still down in Epirus. And we're gonna take their holdings. There they are. And we will meet them in battle. Not to mention they have very low oh, these are mercenaries he just hired. I'll look at that in a moment. King Sebasov's always doing something. Always working. Clearly doesn't trust his own friends and family to handle even the simplest of tasks. I make sure that everybody knows of his disconcerting pettiness. He is the most disgraceful king. It looks like King Sebasov is exclusively concerned with preventing the rumors I spread about him, in any way jeopardizing his legitimacy. He seems to perceive my attack as more of an annoyance than the grievous thought I intended. I should have used harsher wording. Is he humble? Well, he has dysentery and stress, so he may or may not be around for long. And his hair, Branislav, well, you're next. If the event the king is dead. Who are these mercenaries that Serbia has hired? The Lithuanian band. Again, the connection with the South Slavs and the Lithuanians. Ishno Red Cheeks. He's got a sculptor from the Tang Empire. But nothing more than that. If he throws that to me during the battle, that would be great. You know, add it to the collection. We're taking out this band of Lithuanian mercenaries. I think it's always good to remind a bastard of his proper place in the Bosnian society once in a while. Well, I'm sure King Sebasov will appreciate my thoughtfulness in this regard. I don't know why he said bastard. I mean, is he not a bastard? No, he ain't. Just insulting his character. Now he's furious. The rumors I spread about him has really gone under his skin. After all, how could he deny any of them with good faith? Yep, we're antagonizing the Croatian king. And it's largely because he's Orthodox. The Croats betrayed us for turning their backs on the old gods. And we have to bring Serbia into the fold to make sure they do not convert to Orthodoxy. Just stay true to yourselves. Stay true to your Bosnian brothers. Share the same faith. And yes, we're fighting and we're killing each other, but it's for your own good. Not to mention it will make my kingdom even bigger. Rabat's been captured. He's strong. Actually, we may have to keep him. Unless we can recruit him right away. Yes, we can. You're in the army now. If we wanted it to appoint you as commander. Holy. Stay right where you are. I think we got to... You're not coming because you hate me. I can understand that. Well, this is gonna hurt. We may have the best commanders that Bosnia has to offer, but we do have the advantage of the mountains. But they got Serbia, Pex, and Bax. And not to forget the Lithuanian mercenaries, if they're still around by then. When does it begin? August 22nd. Observing the movement of the stars at night, I've begun to see some regular patterns. These observations, however, raise many new questions. I start to wonder, for example, if the Earth is really the center of it all. Interesting. Not diligent. Get ready for battle events. Let's hope my Serbian commander on one flank and the Tibetan on the other better fight for their goddamn lives. They have the High Chief and some commander whose also name is Branimir. Oh, here comes some reinforcements. They're the ones that retreated earlier. Battle of Ross. Trinian is a Belgrade commander, fighting with the strength of a Gorgon. Not that anyone is keeping count, but I find myself wondering how many he's taken down single-handedly at this point. Save me some, will ya? Call across the mountains. He's a one-man army. Look at you. They thought you were a coward, but clearly you are not. The man from all the way from Tibet is talented. He's a talented duelist. Well, here they come. They're about to fill this flank. Okay, now they've got their center and right back. Battle Ross continues. One day you'll have to specialize. I hear a voice of my old quartermaster in my head as I look out over the battlefield and the mountains of Ras. The sight fills me with resolve. I need to find a focus for future battles. What it will be. I will focus on cavalry because we have lots of cavalry, so they need to have the best strength possible. That's the third battle event. During the battle, I caught sight of a scarred woman who looks a lot like my friend Queen Gorislava. Then she is struck down. Suddenly I'm pushing soldiers out of the way, hurrying to where I saw her fall. I know it is not Gorislava, but I cannot help myself. We must remember to tend to our wounded. It's all about the piety and not to mention the defense, so I'll be a patient one this time. I don't want to be too patriotic for Bosnia right now. We're doing this just to... Whoa, they hired more mercenaries. One of our flanks have been broken down, but it ain't enough. We came in too late to help. And here comes more of them. This battle could go on forever. We're gonna arrive by the 26th if we don't finish this. We finished. Captured one of the Lithuanian mercenaries. "50-year-old man, huh? Sacrifice." With most of the armies now in retreat, we should go after them now. Serbia will not interfere, along with their vassals. We could take them on in Belgrade. Or they can all retreat, which is just fine. Should they dare to come back down here through the Danube, it'll be the last mistake they've ever made. Unless they're going to take the long way around to Bosnia itself. Council is no longer discontent as the war rages on. We don't lose that much money unlike the previous reign of Liliana, I think. Oh, there they are. They have more troops, obviously. May have to stand together. Again, they still have the superior numbers, but we have the best commanders, but what difference could that make? They're gonna be right on our doorstep. Halt. Are they gonna move? That's it, we're gonna make it or break it. This is probably a mistake. A monument promised by Chief Batal was finished. Upon unveiling, I see a statue of myself revealed, and I noticed the crowd smiling and gave me a round of applause. We can get prestige by war. I'm just gonna say it's too much. Remove it. I would become humble, which... Hey, I'd rather have more piety. I'd rather be pious, which would make sense to our future war against the Orthodox. Just get ready to hit the stand together. As soon as the battle begins, hit it. I'm gonna regret this. My brothers and sisters of the Champions Bruna have heeded my call of action. Alec, a valiant follower of Radagast, has assembled a host of warriors to aid me on an ongoing war. Oh, an Avar Slavic pagan. Guess you must be from up there somewhere. From Pannonia. Or better yet, from there. Who's of a vassal of Serbia, interestingly enough. Vassal to one of the Chieftain vassals. Alright, he joins 98 Men Regiment in Bosnia. So they just spawned here. Research I conduct my observatory at night is proving deeply fascinating. I push my studies further, but I need to purchase more equipment for it to be meaningful. Must move forward. Breaking the center. We broke the center, but our flanks, we lost both of ours. Let's see if us in the center can hold it. Ganging on us. Come on. Learn temperate. They got their best commander versus me, the best commander around. Struggling. LX, when working restlessly to aid Bosnia win the war since his arrival, could certainly use more fighters like him in my court. You know what? He's earned my trust. Because with him, we're winning the battle. It may not sound like that's a lot of a difference, but... Branimir of Pex. Does that mean we killed one of their commanders? Oh, there's that regiment that we're talking about. Man. Took quite a bit of casualties. Yes, we did kill High Chief Serapion. Killed by Trinian. Trinian. The Tibetan. Glad we brought him into Bosnia. You would think the martial arts. Oh wow, that's a talented man. This man will not be sacrificed. This man here, another one. Sacrifice. Say, what say you to recruit? No, you like your liege? I'll keep you under house arrest. there's something different. Threat. Would like for him to be smart instead of being a dull, strong warrior. Look, we beat up each other so much that we're kind of tired. We could raise more personal levies, but what good would that do? That's from the tribal money. But I guess we can wait for them. Since he's hired all those mercenaries, how much money is that? Oh my goodness, where did he get all that money? He could build temples with that type of money. Where on earth did he get that? That's why he's been hiring a bunch of mercenaries, which most of them have failed now. We've bested them. And don't forget about his tribal vassals, because they still could be strong. What on earth? You have a claim on the Byzantine Empire? From vassals to Kaiser? Actually, do stay. Hey, where's... There you are. Just wondering where's the Tibetan. My wife is pregnant. I know you still don't like me, but... Another child don't hurt nobody. Now, would you like to call... Might accept. This is very vital. Vassal inheritance warning. Oh no. Does that mean, oh boy. We'll have to do something about that in the future. We must go now. Now we're gonna fight them in Belgrade. And he refuses to join. Shameful. And our steward, which he's only craven, but he's got no other talent, but here you go. And they want to build legend. May never know if we could spawn more warriors to this very, very destructive conflict. Alright, we're rivals now. The Tibetan is shareholding on his flank. Things are going well, but suddenly I hear an embarrassed hub from nearby. Spinning my bare hands ready, I see enemy commander Traian is awkwardly attempting to climb a large rock. I think he's trying to escape the battle, my lord. The soldier next to me muses. Alright, let's duel. I was chasing Traian over the plains when Nico shoved me aside, barking, "I'll take this one, my lord," clumsily swinging his battle axe. Oh my, how chivalrous. Did you get him? No, but the commander lives. He's not one of the sub-commanders. That's probably who he was. And I told Bohemian to stop scheming the assassination of my vassal down here. Slobodan. He ain't nothing. Sacrifice. Venko. Nope, he's going too. Krum. And Avar Slavic. He ain't nothing either. They got some really bad skilled people in their army. Anyways, make way to the capital. Don't know how much longer we can hold this war because of the financial reasons, but at least the Byzantines won't bother us because this would have been a perfect opportunity to declare war on us because we're not at our full strength as we had used to. Smuggler's ring in Zadar has been destroyed. Oh yes, it is a good tradition to have some gossips around a pregnant woman in order to keep her and distract her from the tribulations of this delicate time in her life. As Basilica's husband, it is my duty to provide her with the support she needs. She doesn't need old women filling her head with nonsense. Sorry, we're not going to spend that money. But once we subjugate Croatia, we'll start raiding Vidin. And Legonidos and Drakion. All those good, rich places. Grina. Let's be friends. Oh my. Scary up to. Oh yeah, they're taking all that back. I guess we'll be raiding just the Bulgars then. A duel for honor for Chief Dobronia of Bratsov. I have a lot to do after this war. Having invested myself in this literary endeavor, I've been feeling drained lately. When my scribes ask me what the next section of the book should be about, I throw my hands out in the air. How should I know? I cannot rush in these things. I need inspiration. Ah! 1% chance of dying. I'll take the wounded, I guess. Perhaps I'll indulge in some late night festivities with my soldiers. Nothing happened. Because I am that damn good. Here they come again. Don't move in yet. Just take this holding and then we'll beat them out of it. See, your child came out fine. Didn't have any trouble with pregnancy, otherwise I would have gotten notifications for that. Never had any trouble. Trying to remember, what are the donors to him? Excuse me. Ninoslava. Alright, move in. Let's beat them one more time. And they're Lithuanian mercenaries. My nightly studies of the movements and social bodies are increasing my knowledge of a great many things. I feel that I'm getting closer to the understanding of the universe. I sense a harmony out there. We should up the cavalry. I've always been about cavalry. I'm a cavalry leader, so let's up that. And the heavy infantry too. So that's even more on combat effectiveness. Oh, so I guess after that duel when Nico came in, he did cut off his hand. But he's very, very smart, which he would be useful as a court physician of sorts. So we'll keep him as a potential replacement as court physician when my old one dies. But I can't recruit him right now, so what else can he do? One more holding should do. And then we'll start raiding again. Because we need money. Zagrebian peasant revolt. Simply for the sake of it? Yeah. What did I do? Charity sermons? And the new clergy this one was attempting to sway the remaining pagan converts to fully embrace the new faith. All those bastards. Charity sermons. Telling them to donate the money to you. And so they revolted up and they say no. But unfortunately, these are Orthodox. These are not Slavic. Down we go. It'll be a while. But it's the 4th level. 120. 120. Same. Coming to take their capital back. Should be over soon. And I'll probably think twice about raiding the Bulgars unless they've hired some mercenaries. No, they do have that many troops. Not to mention their Khan isn't capable. Level 4 weaponsmiths, so we'll be able to reinforce faster. Finally, this costly war is over. We fought so hard to bring Serbia into the fold. But now I'm the King of Bosnia and Serbia. I am I'm the heir of the High Chiefdom of Rashka. Man, oh man, we really set the country on fire today, did we? Now we have the ability to raid the other places. Okay, I did some looking around, especially the claimants to the Kingdom of Croatia. That, well, I'm wondering, do they have any claimants? Which, there is plenty, but, however, there are some Slavic, some Orthodox, one Catholic, one still iconoclast. But the real problem is nobody's willing to come to court, and none of the women can inherit that because they all have weak claims. And the bigger problem is it's not agnatic cognatic. And Branislav, who is a commander and chancellor of Croatia, who is in Zagreb, doesn't have any children yet, but married to a very famous princess of the Byzantine Empire who was born in purple. I don't know why, but I thought of something one would think terrible. When they have children, I have to look out for it. Matter of fact, keep me tabs on him. Sure, he may like me a little, because we're both temperate, but if I see a single son coming out from her, excuse me, just want to know the age. 16. Ah, well then, this makes things interesting. Plotting in the future, something that would be considered terrible. I know, but just terrible. And also, I've brought this person here because I would like to arrange a marriage to. Where is Vladislav? Vladislav Bukic Tezalovic. You are going to be married to this woman because simply for the sake of it. Not to mention, wait, no non-aggression pact, it's just we brought her here from another country. And also, we brought this other woman here. Sviatoslava, which, Well, hang on a minute. Working in my observatory lately, I'm often frustrated by broken equipment, weeks on end, cloudy of weather, and frequent interruptions by curious intruders and even animals. It is very hard to maintain concentration and get anything done. I must persist. The truth is out there. And now let me offer you a concubine. This other woman I brought you here. This is for you. You wanted to get married, so here it is. Also, we gotta lower the threat, which will take a while because we gain a big chunk of land, some of which that not particularly interested, personally. Not because it's too many vassals, just it's not part of the greater geopolitical reality that we wanted to include Croatia in. Oh, hold on. You haven't impregnated your wife, have you? I know she don't like me, but I know he likes me. There's a bit of a difference. Actually, want notification on Earth. Just I would like to know when they get a son, then we move in. As in, you know, we're going to send our raiders, raid Zagreb, take Branislav's children, raise them Slavic, but I'm not changing their culture to Bosnian. Because we need to make Croatia Slavic again. If we can't land somebody, then we'll have to do some other matters. So screw it, we'll create a new vassal, this barony, by the name of Radogust. Now that's taken care of. And of course, Bogdan Branimir is the heir to the Kingdom of Serbia, which, whenever I pass on... Oh yeah, I'm trying to sway him, so I forgot to turn that off. I don't need to know that. Now it's Venice that formed a defense pact against me. We can't go to wars anymore, but what I can do is raid. Just, wait for those troop numbers to go up again, at the max. Guess we could do that down there. They call you the Shadow and Tribal Kinslayer. We can obligate them. Independence faction. It'll just make sure. Oh, I could give them independence because one of these. Oh, this chiefess here is Catholic. Somehow. Probably a personal matter. Or a guardian or court position. So for now, don't do anything. Except to raise the children. This for once. Time to use my legalism. I don't know who the hell's that, but would like to know who. Oh yeah, that commander who isn't that talented. I'll join your plot simply for the heck of it. Even though I don't think I have that much good of intrigue. No, not that much. Good. My studies of celestial spheres are progressing well. I see movements and relationships I never dare guess at. Seems clear that now the laws guiding my movements of the stars must also be reflected on Earth in some way. And what is Earth? Riddle me with that. What is Earth? Increase the town infrastructure just to up the city tax a little. Because there are a few mayors here. Well, one in Zadar. Because we destroyed the city of Split long ago. Emperor Bernard the Great, founder of the Holy Roman Empire, is now dead. Assassinated. Now they've gone to revolt. Austrasia, based on their name, the Liberator, they had a French revolution, I guess, in that area, and crowned by the Pope. Because Bernard the Great, who was assassinated. And he was not baptized. Excuse me. He wasn't crowned by the Pope. He was crowned by the bishop. They call you the Great and be crowned by bishop. What is that? My wife Subjugating explains that she is captivated by the grace and strength of hunting birds, and begs me for a bird. Surely, even a spouse of a king must be allowed to enjoy the noble pastime of falconry, she says. Look, I know we don't like each other that much, which, you know, it's okay, kiddo, but a falcon will serve you well. Now we're deeply in love. She becomes an aspiring falconer. Hopefully we'll have more children. Right. Just wait for those troop numbers to go up, and then we'll raid down there, Croatia in the future, and Bulgaria. Who's this there? Oh, a genius, and he's got all these skills, huh? I don't know if this is wise, but you're the next guy, then I'm going to be antagonized. I need to piss him off. They've taken Magnetos, which has now been renamed Odrid. I don't know if this is going to work. Try to sway a guy who we recently beat him in the war and wants Serbia, but we could try to write a letter. And if he doesn't like it, well then, just get rid of sway. No need for that. Okay, wrote me back. He likes me anyhow. But it's going to take a lot more than that. Unless I have to get rid of them and I inherit all of those lands. Which, of course, I'll have to give them away. I'm sure I made a breakthrough in my studies. Yes, it cannot be otherwise. The earth is round and it revolves around the sun. How little we know of the universe. Should I really be a scholar? I mean, the reason why I wanted up the learning skills just to write a book. But instead I will stop with this achievement, learning +2. I don't want to have that scholar lifestyle trait. Patriarch Vertical, preacher of the service of King Sevislav of Croatia. Yep. Now Croatia is now sending bishop is like, look, if we can end our rivalry, perhaps you convert to Orthodoxy. So you're the patriarch here, the Bishop of Zemland. Apparently they built a church there. Very well. But let me tell you, if you got money, we can release you. Or throw him in a dungeon. Give us money or else. Well, he can pay it himself. Smart move. But too bad we can't recruit this guy out of it, despite his great talent, but oh well. He's going out. And the last of Vladislav's children has passed. Natural death, right? Severe stress. So, They're all gone now, and the descendants live on. Diviner. I was trying to remember what's next. Well, I brought her here for this reason. My sister-in-law is now the diviner. Don't know who that was. You're already out of prison. Are you not? Okay, watch what happens. Nothing, right? He is not in the oubliette. He's already released. We already sent him out of there. The timing of the notifications and the date of release. That's a lot of chiefs. I only prefer to make people with very high diplomacy skill as designated regents. And any venerable elders? Well, one. Simply for the sake of it. Troop numbers. Well, just wait till the max. And I think basically on the next episode we will start raiding. We will start raiding our Bulgarian neighbor. Make a lot of money. And we have to do something about Croatia. There's a good chance that we may raid them as well. But I am still waiting for his wife to be pregnant. And when they have a son, then we're going to raid Zagreb, try to take the holding, raid the holding I should say, and hopefully get their children and put them under house arrest, raise them as Slavic, not Orthodox, and has to be an heir to the Croatian throne. And once he's Slavic, then we'll release him when he's become an adult. And we'll get together in a subjugation war. That's after Branimir, of course. And bring Croatia into Bosnia. That is my grand plan in the future. Oh hey, it's my friend. Hope you hold that ambition, Gorislava. Okay. Educating ourselves on famous Bosnian warriors and their historical achievements. Their tales inspired the middle-aged woman. Well, you are 45. Well, let's not get carried away. You are a chiefess. Why, you? Okay, that's it. You wanted to seduce my wife? That's it. I tried to sway you, but no. You have done it. I'm gonna kill you, take all your lands, and I'll give it to some Serbia that I know of. My opponent looks nervous, his armor a little ill-fitting. I briefly contemplated and asked if you would rather do this another day. A moment later, I snap out of it, letting the fresh morning air sharpen my senses instead. The staunch man is on the ground, groaning in pain. Oh, he's mangled and severely injured. Well, he's gonna die anyway, but no need to be merciless, so... He's stressed and depressed. I beat him so bad that... Well, there he goes, so I'll walk away victorious, so... No way he's gonna live. My friend and I are back from our final session with the scribe. She did not seem to be overly enjoying herself. I feel confident she picked up a thing or two anyway. Hopefully she will keep working on her ambition, even so. She's ambitious now. Well, swaying the former Serbian king has failed. And his heir is dead. I get all the Serbian land. And I will distribute this said land. Oh, wait, the money! I remember, he was the richest. I get all of his money! Ha! Hurry up and die! I know what to do with that money! Bulgaria's at it again. Oh, it's defending. I think we should go raid now. 7,000 troops. Just get together. We're just gonna raid our neighbors. And raiding will continue into the next episode. I got all the money and the land, which I do not need. So, and I got the war chest done. That is one heck of a 5 years he's had, so choose a new focus. He's got a bit of diplomacy going on, so maybe I ought to find ways to become more diligent. But, you come here too. We're going raiding. On the next episode, money will be made, spent, and an evil plot involving the heir to the Croatian throne, and we hope they'll have children together, and if they get a son, since they have an agnatic Gallokind law, it's not elective, but it's Gallokind, but just to see if we could do this very, very evil plot to make Croatia Slavic again. So we hope you see it in the next interesting episode. Till then, so long for now.